So this week I'm talking about getting started with Kajabi. So I've recently taken up their deal that they have running right now, which is you get their highest paid plan for 3 months only for $99. So I thought, let me jump on this. Let me see how Kajabi can work for me where I am right now in my business journey. So I've tried Kajabi before around 5 years ago, but it had so much and there was so much going on that I kind of got lost and overwhelmed with all the things that was happening. And I just couldn't get it to work for me at that time because I just got too overwhelmed with everything that needed to be done. Where now I'm in a much better place in my business. I'm not in the newbie kind of real beginner stages of my business, even though this could probably work for you even then, as long as you have you're following a system and you've got the kind of a checklist of where to go and what to do, which this hopefully will help you to do that. So now I've jumped on to this new deal, and over the next few weeks, I will be walking you through my process of transitioning my business over to Kajabi and to see what it can do for me, because I follow a lot of people and I'm on a lot of courses that are run by Kajabi and run on the platform, and I like it as a consumer. I like courses as a consumer, and I especially like being able to access the courses on my app, and having access to kind of like all the creators I who do use Kajabi, having access to all their courses on my app. So I like that as a user experience. So this is one of the main reasons for me jumping back into using Kajabi again, as well as over the last 5 years, they've actually added quite a lot of things that they didn't have before that I really wanted in my business. They've added so things like coaching, like digital products. We'll go through all kind of like the products you can sell through Kajabi as well. I'll walk you through all of those things, but they've got so much that you can do now when it comes to like the actual products you can sell on the platform without having to do any kind of workarounds, because it's all kind of set up there for you. So let's get into the first things that I've been doing over the last few days since I signed up, and what I think you should be doing when getting set up with the system. So when you first sign up, the first page you're going to land on is this get started page, which is kind of their quick roadmap, I suppose, for anybody new to their platform. So obviously the first thing you've got to do is you've got to know your audience. You've got to know that what you're trying to create is a valid product and people actually want it. So they give you that space to do that here. And then they then put you into like the space of kind of setting up the initial things in on the platform so you can use it. For me, I didn't go this route. I kind of looked and I kind of like played around with that kind of idea of validation just to see what it was like, because I like testing things. It's all cool, but I would actually advise you to go straight to settings and start setting from there. But first, let's take a look at the dashboard. So let's take a look at the overall dashboard. So you've got the dashboard. This is going to be, once you're completely set up, this is going to be your space, and where you check your revenue, your balance, see what's going on in your activities on your account. Then the places that you're probably going to live, where I know I'm going to live most of the time, are in products. So setting up new products, and you can see you can do courses, coaching, community, podcasts, newsletters, and downloads. Those are all the types of products you can create in Kajabi. I will definitely be living in sales, like creating offers, looking at payments, payouts, carts, invoices, affiliates, all that good stuff. Then you have websites. So we have website, and you can choose a design for your entire website, your web pages, landing pages, navigation, and blog. Now, so I think Kajabi is literally on all-in-one platform, so you can host your website there, you can sell products there, you can do your email marketing from here. So if you like literally do not want to play around with having a separate website, a blog, and all those things, you can have everything here on Kajabi. You can even create a store on here now. So it literally has become an all-in-one platform. But for me, because I already have my website, the places under website I'm going to be living the most is landing pages for me to do my freebie pages, opt-in pages, and my sales pages. You also can do a branded app. You can obviously marketing. This is somewhere else that I know I'm going to be living. most of my time when I'm in Kajabi, and that is to create email campaigns, automations, and to create forms. Probably won't be too much in funnels because I prefer to kind of build out my landing pages and sales pages separately and then kind of connect them that way. So I probably won't be using their funnels. I may test them out just to see. And I probably won't be in events, but you can do in person and digital virtual events as well. You can set up in here. And then there's contacts. This is where you can view all your contacts and insights and create assessments as well. Analytics. You've got your Creator Studio. Creator Studio is, again, a really interesting place. It's where you can literally take content that you've created and create different types of shareable clips for social media and create multiple different versions of a piece of content so you can market your products and create more brand awareness around you. And you have in the more you've got expert services, which is where you can hire people that know Kajabi, so Kajabi experts, and they can help you to set up your Kajabi store and get you going. And you also have custom templates, which is where you can buy templates for your sales funnels, landing pages, your entire Kajabi website, so you can actually buy made funnels. So that is the dashboard and what you need to know. But when it comes to setting up, the first place I would go is in settings. Hit settings, and the first place in settings you should go is your site details. This is where you're going to just update the name of your site, so the title of your site, your subdomain, your support email, if you've got a support phone number as well. Your language should be filled in by default. You will be able to pick your default currency, but you won't be able to pick your currency until you've set up your payments. So once you've set up your payments, you can come back to this page and select your default currency. You can select your homepage. So as I'm not going to be using this as my primary website, I've got my website hosted on WordPress. I don't want to have a template homepage because I'm not going to be using as my website. So I've chosen to show the library. So only people who have bought from me, signed in, can see their library of products that they've purchased from me. When I set up my store, because I will be setting up a store here, I will then default it to my store. So when somebody clicks on my logo, it will go to the store. So you get to set that up and you can come back and change it whenever you want. This is where you will set up all your branding, add your brand colors, and you can then fill out your kind of instructions stuff here if you wish. Then once you've filled out all of this, then I would go back into settings, then go into domain, and this is where you can edit your subdomain. So when you first create your Kajabi store, your Kajabi platform, your subdomain is not going to be a pretty subdomain, because what they will just do is pull your name and kind of like create your subdomain from that. So that's where you kind of have to go in and kind of make your subdomain a bit more kind of like attractive to the eye. So I kind of went in and I changed my subdomain so it looks more on brand. You can create a direct subdomain. So actually, if you've got a domain name, so I can, and I probably will at a later date, do learn.stepupbussup.society.com or stepupbussups.com. But for now, I'll just leave it here like this. Then go back to settings and then go into marketing. And in marketing, this is where you want to set up all your company address. So you need all of this for email marketing rules and regulations. You actually have to have in the footer the name and address of your business. Make sure that this is your company address. Do not put your personal details here. So this is like my company public address that is on my site and everywhere. And then you get to put in your company logo and do all kind of like your email settings and back end email settings in terms of the name you want to show up for your emails that you send out from Kajabi, and the actual reply address that you want to show up on the front end of your emails. Then the next thing I would then go into is email templates. that is to just quickly go in and do some branding things when it comes to emails to make sure that all my email templates are fully branded. So that's what I did next, is just click on the branding and get everything, put my logo, put my brand colors in, and that's like super quick that you can do. And then the next place to go is payment settings. So back to settings and then payment setup. You can do with payment setup, I've gone with Kajabi payments because it's the simplest thing to set up and it's basically the same as Stripe. You can, if you've got your Stripe or your PayPal, you can connect those as third party integrations, but it's so much simpler now that Kajabi has Kajabi payments to just set it up with Kajabi payments. So once that's set up, that is for me the core things to set up. And once to set up and to be able to get going, you have got your branding, you have got your email marketing, and you've got your payment. So how you're going to get paid. And from there, the next thing to do is to either create your first product or your first landing page for your freebies and opt-ins. And for me, what I've done is I've gone for creating my first landing page and email sequence for my freebie, for me to start collecting emails directly in to Kajabi. And that will be the next video in this series. Now, if you're excited and you want to sign up for Kajabi and start using it in your business, you can find my affiliate link in the description. And right now is the best time. They have got their special deal that I've jumped on is $99 for 3 months on their highest paid plan. And that will give you enough time to set up your business, start making money so you can pay for those fees. That's how I'm starting. And that's how to get started with Kajabi. These are the first few steps that I've taken over the last few days to start my journey. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more step-by-step tutorials to simplify your online business journey. And if you're ready to dive deeper and start building your business with ease, check out the resources I have linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and remember, every big success starts with just one step. You've got this. See you in the next video.